tell from the title that
Yeah, I
we're
mean,
gonna be talking.
yeah. But yeah, it is called No Excuses. We have myself and Ale coming back for another week, and then we just kind of quickly went over what the topic of this episode is going to be. No excuses, right?
Yeah.
So, alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and freestyle while Ale is gonna do whatever he gotta do. So, no excuses, cause I'm letting him go, cause we're trying to for this podcast we're trying to do it one take only. But before this podcast or before we even started recording this, I did 100 tries of trying to get like a 2 mic setup going on. Cause right now, I don't know if you can tell or not because the audio, it's just one mic, but the way the mic is set up, it allows one person to be on one side of the mic and the other person is on the other side. But yeah, I was picked up another mic today and see if I can do the 2 mic setup. But for some reason, my Mac can do everything in the world except for work with 2 mics. My $2,500 mic or Mac can do everything except for 2 mics. But like I said, this podcast topic is no excuses. So we still going to do this podcast, no excuses. But yeah, we're gonna do this. He came back, so basically, this episode is about no excuses. Like I said, like 100 times now. Um, and from what I'm getting is that no excuses mean do whatever you want, and if you have any little adversity, don't let it fold you, and just kind of push through it. Oh, damn.
Phone going off.
Yeah,
Dude,
fucking
everyone's
one take
blowing us
only.
up. Everyone's blowing us up. Raw footage and raw audio. But so, why I think of why I want to talk about no excuses, because a lot of people, well, not just my life, or even my own life when I was a kid, I'd always blame some external factor on why I'm not doing something. It's cold outside. It's rainy outside. So this person did this. That person did that. It's not an excuse, right? And the thing is, even if you mess up in life, you did it. So it's back to the first podcast where I said I have no regrets in life.
Mm.
It's the same thing. You shouldn't have any excuses in life because everything is a lesson. You did something or didn't do something, it's on you and it's your fault no matter what. So I posted on my Instagram about the caption for this. So I'm just going to read it off because I really thought it was a really nice quote. It's before you make an excuse, ask yourself, what can I do to improve? And honestly, that really made me recollect of a few things that happened in my life, depending on either it was recent or it was in the past, or it might be in the future. I always think I can improve. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are in your career or your life. There's always room for growth. You can always adapt and learn.
Mm.
So the other part of what my Instagram caption is be honest with yourself about what you can do better, and you can free yourself of the blame and the denial that is sure to hold you back. Take responsibility for your actions, and you can live an incredible life of integrity. Make time to create positive momentum, and you will keep moving forward. For me, that honestly just means what excuses do is just give you this negative attitude that a lot of people will get dragged down by. They'll feel down. They'll feel depressed, or I'm air quotations around depressed. They're not actually depressed. It's just this momentary cycle of sadness where they've either failed at something or something didn't go their way. But listen up, sweetie. That's life for you. So what do you think about what I just said, Marquise?
I think you what's the word? You hit it. I want to say hit it right on the nose, cause not I don't know. I'm just say hit it right on the nose until I can think of another word to say. But like you said, hit it right on the nose, and then he let's see, he put it in a black and white format, and now I think I'm gonna give us a situation to where we can break this down, because like I said on the last podcast, I kind of want this to be like a learning experience for myself and others. So I'm gonna just come up with a situation to where there's some adversity, and then you gotta just figure out how the way to do it. Uh, Maybe I can't think of anything. Well, hold on. I'm trying to think of like something that's happened to me that I mean I already solved the problem, but
How do you think other people or how I would react in that situation,
yeah.
depending on. Also, like, no excuses. Also, it kind of builds your maturity level in a way,
Mhm.
because just being like over the age of 18 or like 21, it doesn't make you an adult. It doesn't make you anything.
Mhm.
Your maturity level is all dependent on you, but as well as, yeah, you can be a kid when you want to be at home and, in your own private time, but that doesn't mean you can do that while you're working, right?
Right.
A lot of people say, even if you're on the clock, like I said in the past podcast, people are going to complain while they're at work. It doesn't matter like where the fuck you are or what the fuck you're doing. You have to man up and do whatever you need to do.
But yeah, while you were saying, I figured out a situation. This situation is like pretty broad. This is like this kid has money. He can start his own business, but I don't have any money. I came from nothing. How do I start my own business or whatever? Let's just go with a clothing line. How would you go about starting a clothing line from absolutely nothing?
What do I have?
You have, I'm gonna say you have $20 in your pocket.
No, not money. Like, what do I have, like, technology wise? Like, what's around
Oh
me?
yeah, you have like phones, internet. You have your phone. Yeah, you have your smartphone, and $20.
No laptop, no nothing.
You can use laptop. Yeah, phone, laptop, $20.
Bro, I can do anything with $20 in the world. Like, do I have like clothes, random shit laying around my house?
No.
All right, shit. um, okay. So if I have $20, just a phone. Well, honestly, and I want to start a clothing line, correct?
Right. Or if yeah, clothing line.
Okay, so clothing. So if I want to start a clothing line, I want to think of why do I want to start this clothing line? What will my clothes embody? Right?
Right.
So, like for my marketing company, Val Dreams, we're not chasing dreams, we're catching them.
Mhm.
And our niche is our client success, right?
Right.
That's what we adapt and we do and we make sure that we can achieve. Because if you're not doing anything in the next 2 to 4 years for that person, what are you doing? So, back to the clothing line. For me, honestly, like, I would find out why do I want to start this, right? What's my mission? If it's just monetary, okay, but you can also spin it to a monetary based clothing line, right? Like, look at Entrepreneur, that clothing, right?
Mhm.
All right? They're based on entrepreneurs because that's the vibe, and also making money and stuff like that. Like Young Rich Life, I think that's a line also. It's you're young and rich. So maybe that's your like niche or whatever you want to call it, or your branding title, right?
Mhm.
Because everyone has to have a branding title in a way, because what differentiates you from every other schmuck out there, right?
Right.
What makes you not want to go buy American Eagle and walk through that Nazi camp of shitty gas? I've refused to go to American Eagle. That place is disgusting. But it depends on like you want the first things first. You have to find out what do you want, right? Like, what are you producing? Maybe you have a design. Okay, go off that design. But what does that design mean to you internally? So it doesn't. You can what's it called? You have Photoshop everything on your phone. You can basically use your knuckle as a stylus.
Mhm.
So you don't need to go buy an Apple Pen for like $100. Or depending on your phone, maybe you're not using it. Apple product, you can probably get like a Galaxy stylus, maybe like $20-$30 or however, depends.
Right.
Like an aftermarket one.
Mhm.
But you don't have to spend money to do anything, right? Because you have your brain. A lot of people think, oh, I need all this money to do this, but you don't need money to do shit.
Right.
Because everything is in your head and on the internet. And there's this thing called stock images, either be it drawings or anything else. Like, what's that brand? That's like the depressive brand. It's like it says something like in 3 lines.
I couldn't tell you.
It's like I don't know. Whatever it is. So say like for the Supreme logo, right?
Mhm.
That's free. But I'm not saying you put Supreme in there. You could put your branding in there.
Yeah, it's you can. Fun fact: you can use the Supreme box and put your lettering in that same font, and it's legal. You just can't put Supreme in that box, and that goes off of using other brands to uplift your own brand. Yeah,
Yeah.
draw attention to your brand.
Oh, it's the Antisocial Club. That's what I was.
Oh, anti.
Yeah, you know the Antisocial logo?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that shit for your own brand with your own saying.
Mm-hmm.
So also like that, like boom, free shit. But also like one of my favorite quotes is a good artist copies, but a great artist steals.
Mm-hmm.
So steal some shit. Don't reinvent the wheel. You literally never have to reinvent the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're doing YouTube, whatever it is, or you're, like us, we're doing a podcast. We are not the first pioneers in this, right?
Yeah.
People have been doing this since maybe, 2003, or like even on radio stations. Radio stations were the first podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts are just internet radio. That's all.
Yeah, it's just internet radio. So it's just like, we're not doing anything different. We're just doing what we feel we can do better than others.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, if you still, you gotta make it your own though. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure. You're not gonna like copy everyone else, but I'm saying, can you start off by creating hype and piggybacking off other designs,
Mm-hmm.
where maybe you only have one design or one idea? Yeah, for sure. You can totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then also one thing is do I have friends in this situation?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have fucking friends, dude. I can market research. What do my friends like to buy? Right?
Right.
If you don't have, let's say my mindset, right? Like, it's not my mindset speaking, so you don't understand the market. You don't understand how people buy stuff or why people buy things and things like that, or like how you address someone's psychological mindset when going into purchasing an object, or how they read something or something like that. So let's say I have none of the skills that I have right now. Your friends. Literally use your friends. Your friends are proper market research.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's a thing called Google Trends, buddies. A lot of people don't know about this, but if you literally just go into Google, type in Google Trends, or you just go to googletrends.com, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and you can search clothing, and then you can do all the subtopics, so you can see what is the most hype clothing, either be it like a certain brand or a certain style, like crew neck tees, just normal t-shirts, it's getting cold out there, flannels or something's getting hot out there, so you can literally brand all this stuff. And there's like Printify and all these stuff. So what you can do is you can either go into Shopify or Wix, create a 7-day free trial, go through all the applications, find out all like the basically essentially like drop shipping clothing ones, and you can start making designs, or either you just find out materials that you like, right?
Right.
But I still have $20.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't spent a single dime on research, creating my brand. I have a phone and free apps.
Right. So now, what would you do with that $20?
With that $20, I would honestly. Do I have anything else like around? Like, what else do I have on me? Like, do I have shit in my room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're just a normal guy.
All right, so I'm gonna sell stuff that I don't need.
Okay.
A lot of people have a lot of shit that you don't need,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're starting a brand. You need money, right?
Right.
Or I'd maybe work at like an internship, like some odd end job, or I'd go work at a retail place,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd gain market research for maybe like 3-6 months.
Right.
Because I want to see how the person thinks, and I want to know what the average customer does.
Right.
I want to know how they think, what their buying process is, the demographic as well. Demographic is a huge thing, because it's not like I just go into Facebook ads. I'm like, oh, it's 18 to 64 plus. Everyone's gonna buy my shit. No, that's not gonna happen, because everyone with a credit card between 18 and 64 isn't gonna buy your stuff. You have to know the keywords, niches, and demographics, right? Generalistically, if you're trying to do an entrepreneur brand or whatever it is, it's generally going to be between the ages of 18 and maybe 30. All right? Maybe there's like, people who are like 40, 45 or something like that.
And that's people buying your stuff.
Yeah, it's people buying your stuff for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Their kids.
Yeah.
Not your kids, because, that'd be weird. Because then, they'd be predators or something like that. But, yeah, that's like a bunch of stuff. But it's like, it's as well as how how best can you use your resources, because your number one resource is any kind of business is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and as well as you are your business, you are your brand.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing. You are your business. You are your brand.
Right.
And that's where you want to start out. That's where you want to think. And how do you embody your brand? How do you embody everything, right?
Mm.
Like for me, I have the podcast. I have Viral Dreams. I have Quantum One Inc. I have my quantum trading company, and I have a new one that's coming out that you'll find out soon enough. It's just revolutionary technology within, just the data mining space and things like that. But a lot of people get stuck on who they are.
Right.
So if anyone's listening, whoever is listening to this, I want you to take maybe, pause this, take 5 to 6 minutes, think about who you are as a person, what you mean to you, what your life experiences are to you, and then, after you've pondered for 5 to 6 minutes, continue this podcast, and then, this is still within the realm of no excuses, because if you're making excuses that you only have $20 in a fucking phone, there's not, like, you have $20 in a fucking phone. I just told you how to build a fucking business for a clothing company. And let's say you have $20 and you want to make a digital marketing agency like me. Okay, like, do you know how to work ads or anything else?
No, yes.
Yeah, but it's like, but I'm saying, like, what kind of other business can you open with $20 in a fucking phone? You do anything on a phone.
Yeah.
So you could do, you could sell stock images on Fiverr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or Freelancer. You can go on Freelancer, or you go to Fiverr, you just generate. There's this cool thing called Canva.com where you can make free infographics with royalty-free imaging. Pay me, Canva.
But, yeah, and then even if you don't have that $20, like you said, you can just go around selling some shit you don't need. Or
get a job. Just get a fucking job.
Yeah, just get a job. That's the easiest one. But
don't be a bum.
Why I use that scenario was because sometimes I get people texting me asking, they'll be like, my friend, or I'm trying to start like a clothing brand, like, where do I start? And I always kind of give them my like current situation now. I just tell them, hey, what you want to do is they'll figure out what you want to do, then just go to start a website, and then go to Printful, and start Instagram, and start from there, and go from there. That's like the quick little summary I give them. But I didn't always used to do it that way. How I have my own clothing brand called Club April Clothing, and the way that started was I wanted to start my own clothing line because I have like a simple style, but I couldn't find anything that was really simple but affordable, per se, that I liked. A lot of the like really simple, affordable stuff, I didn't really like it because it was like blandish. But I think with my style and then the designs I put on my Club April stuff, it's simple, but it's still, there's a lot going on for the right price. But that's whatever. But so I was fortunate enough to have some money in my pocket. So what I did was, the first thing I did was, because I had no idea where I started, I hit up this clothing brand called Akua. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but I hit them up on Instagram, like, hey, I basically pitched them this whole plan of letting me just create some designs, and then they print them out for me, sell them on the store. I basically have my own like little sideline on their website.
Pop-up store,
and then I cut them a percentage of the profits or whatever. And the dude was like, I mean, yeah, that's a good idea, but let me, like, why don't you just do it yourself? Like, I don't know how to do it myself. And then he was like, well, and he basically just gave me a roadmap, and the roadmap was basically, man, this chair's gonna...
Chair's about to kill you.
Yeah, cheers. But the roadmap was basically, he showed me this printing company based in Florida, and so I hit the printing company in Florida. We went back and forth, and then but still I didn't have any designs I wanted to do. And then this was back when I didn't really I was really indecisive about my own graphic designing. So I was like, well, let me outsource it. So I went on Instagram, just like searched through like a bunch of graphic designers, and I think I eventually went on YouTube and just searched graphic designers, and then I found this one guy. He had like a nice style that I liked, the way he did it, and so I messaged him and I was like, hey, like, trying to start a clothing brand. How do you feel about doing some designs for me? Blah 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 blah. And we connected from there, and then from there, like, we went back and forth. I like sent him like sketches of like how I want to do what I want to do, and then he would take it and run with it. And then we eventually came back with the purple diamond design, and then I went from there. And then I took that design, sent it to the print shop, and then got a couple samples, and then samples of different variations of the purple diamond. And so I took that, and then and then after I got the feedback from it, and then hyped it up, did the marketing stuff, and then I ordered a shipment. The shipment was like $2,000, and I had this $2,000 from working from the past like couple of years or whatever, saved up, and then I took that $2,000, bought the shipment, and then it came in. Now the reason why I don't do that anymore, buy stuff in bulk, is because I just don't have the room to buy stuff in bulk anymore because it's just coming in boxes and stuff. So I just outsourced it to this place called Printful.com, and they just print on demand for me.
And they ship it too. Don't forget to mention that.
They print it, ship it,
people think
pack it.
Yeah. People think what's it called? Drop shipping is essentially just only for
like random stuff.
Yeah, like random shit, or you're just Alibaba, or you're creating some like e-commerce store that like everyone's like, oh hey, buy my plan, or here's 3 payments of $19.99, and you can be a millionaire by tomorrow. Shit doesn't work. But yeah, it goes back to the thing of no excuses. And like right now, I was just trolling Instagram because I can. While he was doing that, and I just saw this quote by Nike, and it said, "Yesterday you said tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
And now it's today. So just do it. It goes back to the, also you want like intrinsic motivators in a way so you can apply it to yourself. But, I have a bunch of quotes and shit that I like spiel and I tell all the time. But one just like, does it like say who I am? Not really, but it says like where I came from or like what I believe in for like business sense or whatever you're trying to do your life. Whatever you're trying to, no excuses isn't just for business. No excuses is for your fitness, your health, your schoolwork, or whatever you want to do in your life. So, say you want to lose 20 pounds, right?
Right.
Why are you going to wait all the time? You want to be healthy. You want, to be like slightly defined, or you want like a flatter stomach or whatever for the summer. Fucking do it. It's January right now. It's January 8th. We're 8 days into the fucking new year. What are you doing?
How do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
It's fucking stupid as shit.
Think so?
It's New Year, same bullshit.
Someone told me I think it was like somewhere in December, and we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and I was like, "Do you have one?" And then she was like, "No, because I just feel like," or she was like, "I'm the type of person that I just feel like if I realize I need to change something about myself, I just change it." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, you shouldn't wait till the fucking new year to change something about yourself." So let's say you have a problem, you have a weight problem, you have a health problem, you have a toxic relationship problem, or whatever the fuck it is. You're not gonna wait, let's say, 11 fucking months to change yourself. That shit's not gonna work. Because you know what? Your life is gonna go in a spiral. You're not gonna be happy. Quotation marks happy. Happy is just a mental state of like, okay, I'm content with life, or like I'm doing the right thing, or something awesome happened. Oh no, something shitty happened. I'm sad. Oh no, poor little me. It's all stuff like that. So if you're going to wait 11 months or however many months it is, depending on whenever you listen to this, to the fucking new year to change yourself, you fucking break the fucking mirror. Who are you?
Right.
Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, what are you absolutely doing that is changing yourself? What are you doing today to make sure that your life is better tomorrow 2 years from now, 6 months, 2 days, whatever, 30 seconds, what are you doing to make your life better? Ask yourself that question. What internally or externally are you doing to make yourself better? Are you going to sit there and watch The fucking Office for 3 days straight, eating fucking ice cream? Okay, maybe if you're sick, you're in a hospital room, sure, that's fine. Okay, but also, or, you know, do some fucking emails. You have a phone, you have a laptop, you can still be the person you want to be. But okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's like me and you are both human. We both take time off and we enjoy ourselves because we did all the things that we need to do that day. So I don't have a single excuse, right? You say, oh, why are you watching anime? I'm watching it because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Fuck you doing? Why are you asking me why I'm watching anime? What are you doing? Right? What are you doing with your life? We're at a point where you can come up to someone and say, why are you doing that? Unless you know you're like your mentor, your father, they told you to watch over them. Or you know you're a friend and you care, right? And they told you all these things that are going on in life and they have goals and motivations. If you were my friend, you know I pushed literal fucking shit out of you. I don't give a shit what the fuck's going on in your life. I'm making sure you're doing whatever the fuck you're supposed to be doing, and I'm making sure you're going to be hitting your goals. And you tell me you're a lazy motherfucker, I'm going to tell you you are a lazy motherfucker. Because I'm not going to wait and let you get into this shitty cycle that you can't get out of, and you're going to be like, oh, I have all these dreams. Listen, bitch, dreams are for you to achieve it. It's not like you shoot for the moon, but you catch the stars, right? You're still getting somewhere. You say you're a billion. You want to be a billionaire?
I think you shoot for the stars. You land on the
moon. It's whatever, dude. It's however. I just couldn't think of the proper term. So, you know what I mean? It's like I was going to get there. It's like, you know, let's say you want to be a billionaire, right? Okay, yeah, you want to be a goal, let's say you want $1 billion company, right? 10 years go by. You're a $100 million company. You are still considerably way better off from where you started on day one.
$100 million is hard to get.
Yeah. Everyone says your first million is the easiest. And then after that, it gets harder. That's actually not the truth.
Yeah,
the hardest is to get your first million. And then after that, it becomes easier because, one, you know how to handle that kind of money. Unless you just get lucky and like sell a company. That's just different.
How long do you think it takes to get like $1 million?
It depends. It depends. It depends on, one, your mindset, and as well as what your skill sets are.
Does that also the industry with the business?
Yeah, it just depends on what you're doing. You know, you could make $1 million in a day. You can make $1 million in 5 seconds. For me, that could happen literally in 5 seconds. I could literally make $1 million in 5 seconds. Want to know why? Because I could just sign a deal for $5 million, for whatever, how many millions or whatever above 7 figures for a contract. And then I get paid that monthly, daily, or however much that company wants to pay me.
Yeah.
But also, I could do that trading-wise. I could do that through my other company's investments. So it just depends on the industry you're in, your mindset, and what your capabilities are. And everyone's like, oh, I'm limited to this. You know what, dude? I spend 1 to 2 hours a day learning. It doesn't matter what it is. Either I'm learning about Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, or whatever it is. I'm adapting to the consistent nature of, like, the changing nature of the world. Because I want to be better than I was tomorrow. I mean, yesterday, my bad.
Right.
But, yeah, I want to be better than I was yesterday. And how am I supposed to do that? Well, I have to be more knowledgeable. I have to learn.
What books do you read?
So, one of my favorite books, everyone should honestly read this, is Sell It Like Sirhan. So, this is more of a sales book more than anything else. I pride myself in being a good salesman, but I still have my weaknesses. There are still opponents I have not tried to sell to.
Is that considered a motivational book too, or no?
In a way, because, you know, he has this Ready, Set, Go thing that is honestly amazing. But also, watch Ryan's vlogs on YouTube. Honestly, dude, he is amazing. He is such a great person, and I hope to meet him.
Yeah, I watched a couple of them. Yeah.
I hope to meet him one day. I probably sent you a few as well. I think that's how you know about him. But he sells over $1 billion of real estate a year, and he kills it. He wakes up at 4 or 5 in the morning, and like I said before, steal from the great, right? So one thing that I steal from him is how he sets up his days. It's not block scheduling. It's not anything special like that. The night before, he sets up the day before. the day
Right.
in the future, right? So what I do every night before I go to sleep is I have a Word doc. Just type up every single thing I need to do or anything that I can think of that I possibly need to do. And then when I wake up at 5 a.m., I get to cracking, right? Maybe 6:30, I got 3 to 5, or depending if they're super easy, maybe I got half of them done, or maybe I got all of them done.
Do you go to the gym in the morning?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Like at 5?
Yeah, 6:30, 7, because I want to finish as many tasks as I can, right?
Right.
Or if I sit there in bed and basically, I'm gonna grab my phone and
Like,
just one to see like my emails and stuff like that, and then I'll get up, I'll go to the bathroom, and I'll do whatever I need to do.
So do you go to the gym before you do anything else, or do you go do something else and then go to the gym?
What do you mean, like on my list?
Well, cause
Like when I wake up?
Because Ryan, what he'll do is he'll get up, go to the gym.
No, he'll do his emails first, dude.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he does emails and then goes to the gym. I do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I do my emails, my business emails, because I tell clients, I was like, hey, I'm that crazy motherfucker who's gonna send you emails at 5, 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone, when they wake up, they're like, holy shit, this dude's fucking nuts. He's sending me emails at 5, 6 in the morning. The fuck is he not asleep? Because they're waking up 7, 8 a.m. or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'd be getting those text messages from you too.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I just wake up at 3 a.m. because I'm super excited for the day, and I just can't sleep like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I love this one thing. I was called this yesterday. One of my, he called me a pit bull on a bone. I was like, I'm using that from now on.
What the hell does that mean?
He's like, I'm on that shit, bro.
Oh.
You ever give a pit bull a fucking bone?
Yeah.
That's my bone, bitch. Nobody get my fucking bone.
See, I thought you said pimple on a bone.
Nah. What the fuck?
But either way, I guess it
you need to go to the hospital if you have an infection in your bone, dude.
Well, I mean, either way it applies, because the pimple got to be on the bone. But
yeah.
Either way, but.
Yeah, basically, depending on all aspects of life, either it be on this podcast or whatever it is, or either be it Viral James Quantum 1 or whatever I'm doing, I'm on that shit.
Right.
I'm like 100 steps. You guys don't even question me, which I love. Like my team, love you guys. I know you got my back, but it's like, and the same thing. I have conversations with them all the time. It's like we just we all fuck up, but it's like I've given them the same mindset I have, because I don't want them to be me, but I've told them, hey, this really works for me, and they saw that and they adapted it to their lifestyle. Right? They don't make excuses. They don't do anything. If they do anything, they know they're making the right choice. If anything goes wrong, they learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say, oh, it's because of this person, or this situation, or it was this time, or whatever it was. It's all on them, and they don't make an excuse. They don't put blame on someone else or anything else. Because it doesn't depend, let's say, shitty relationship, right? Any relationship that I've ever had with someone, I took that as a learning experience. I will never blame that person for being the person that they were during that time period.
Do you believe in right person, wrong time?
Fuck no.
No, it's stupid, right?
No. The fuck does that mean?
What?
It's like, no. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that to you. I'm saying, the fuck does that mean? What does the right person, wrong time even fucking mean? It doesn't mean, okay, right person, wrong time in my life, but it's like, that, there's the saying, dude, there's a bunch of fish in the fucking sea, right? There is more than one girl that is going to be like that. There is not one person that is going to be like, there's going to be a person that's shittier than that person. There's going to be a person that's better than that person. It's the same thing as everyone's unique. Yes, you might like that person for their certain personality restrictions or something like that, or whatever it is, but there's going to be someone else that is just like that person. In some shape, way, or form, there's probably a community of those motherfuckers.
Right.
You just gotta put yourself in a situation where, of course, you're happy, and the same thing with relationships, right? It's like a business in a way, right? You have to be mentally right, and either be content with yourself because you don't want to be put yourself in that shitty situation, or guilting that other person to do stuff for you because you don't feel right, or you are not happy with yourself. And also, people who the fuck are listening to this, do not ever get in a fucking relationship because you want to feel content with yourself or you want someone else to make you happy. That is not why the fuck someone else is there.
Yeah,
love yourself, motherfucker. You are putting mental stress on that person. You are putting that person in a situation they should never be in. That is abusive.
Who hurt you, my friend?
Huh?
So who hurt you? You right?
Yeah, it's like, who the fuck are you? It's like, who the fuck are you to tell me that I should love you because you feel like a piece of shit or you're not happy with yourself. Bro, just step back, readdress yourself, and then come back to me.
Yeah.
Don't ever come to me and be like, oh, you'd make my life happy. The fuck does that mean?
Maybe you were a better piece, I guess. Maybe they were already happy or whatever, and then you just made it better.
No, yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying if you specifically cling on to a person because your life is shitty or whatever it is in your head that you're making excuses for, you're using that person to make you feel better. You have to make you feel better. No excuses. Doesn't matter where you are, what you are in the world. I don't care what the fuck you think.
What if that person makes them a better person?
It makes you a better person. That's awesome. That's sure. That's fine. Right? But I'm saying that person is your everything. Not in terms of that person is your everything, in terms of you love them so much that they're your everything, right? I'm saying you use them as a tool. They're a source.
You might want to reword that.
You know what? Yeah, you know, like fucking boy toys, sugar mamas, sugar papas, sugar children, whatever the fuck you're into, you creepy bastards. But don't. There's no such thing as sugar children. I hope to God. That'd be a terrible thing. But yeah, dude, if you're using someone else as a tool, essentially, right? Because people, you can think of people as tools. People think people as tools because people are manipulative and they're evil.
Right.
So if you're being manipulative and evil, you know, because, you know, I've had a relationship where I couldn't leave because the girl was going to kill herself.
Gotcha.
So I've been in like crazy scenarios or things like that, or girls who chase me, either be it, that they use me as like a sane tool or whatever the hell it is, but that's not healthy.
No.
Yeah, like I've been through it all. Like I say, even though I'm 22 years old, I'm like a 45-year-old man of wisdom. I've lived life. You know, I've jumped out of planes. I've had crazy ass relationships. I've done everything I want to do. And there is so much more for me to do. I've traveled all over the world. I've learned all about different kinds of cultures and things like that. But do I say those people are that because of a certain reason? No, there's no excuse. They're them because they're them. That's what it is, right? I'm me because I'm me. I'm not, but also I'm me because of all my life experiences. But those all shape me, but also it's my mentality, right? I could be stubborn and I could just say, oh, I'm me. I'm just like, it's like, that's just what it is. But in terms of saying, like going back to the no excuses thing is, I'm not going to make an excuse of why I'm mean to someone or something else because of someone else. No one made me be mean. No one, I'm going to reword that whole shit. No one made me be mean, right? No one made me do what I do. No one made me say what I'm saying here. I'm making me do that. You can't blame someone else. You can't say, oh, I'm sorry, this person fucked me up, so I'm going to fuck your life up.
Gotcha.
Or like, you know, my wife's cheating on me. I'm going to go beat the fuck out of you. And I don't know who the hell you are. I'm not going to take my rage out on you. Like, why would I do that? It's just completely pointless. It's the same thing as like, well, I mean, those are just very extreme situations. Yeah. But no excuses, right? It's like, why are you making an excuse if you know you made that choice full willingly? If you have, like my dad told me, this can be taken many different ways, but my dad said, if it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't do it.
Yeah, that's like the basic, you know right from wrong, right?
Yeah, it's like, you knowing right from wrong, but it's like, does it feel good to you? It's like, you know, like, am I going to make that fucking choice? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to make that choice. Does it feel good, like in my gut? Is it going to get like a good gut feeling? Or, you know, if I have a hesitation, don't do it. Same thing in life, business, whatever it is.
Well, I feel like, I mean, I'm not supporting it, but I think certain life experiences, like,
no, they help you for sure. No, I'm not saying.
But they also make the person who you are. So
yeah. No. Yeah. I said that basically. I understand what you're saying, but I feel like I just got into like La La Land. I got really into it with passion and stuff. As you guys can't tell, I'm a very passionate person when I start talking. But no, for sure, 100%. The people in my life made me who I am. Either be it the shitty relationships or whatever it is, or whoever every person that I've encountered in this life. I thank you for being in my life because you've made me who I am and you've made me stronger. And you've made me the person that I want to be in the future. right? Because like Matthew McConaughey says, my hero is myself in 10 years from now.
Right.
I will never be my hero. I'm always chasing him. So I know I'm always chasing me 10 years in the future. Things like that.
Gotcha. But I feel like, what was I about to say? Oh, do you believe in, because, I don't know, sorry, this is what happens when you switch thoughts. But what I was going to say was, do you believe in I can't even say the word, but
Quintessential?
no, why can I say
coincidence?
Yeah, coincidence.
Coincidences occur. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, like, freak accidents happen. Freak accidents.
I don't know I lost where I was gonna go.
Yeah,
with that,
I have two. So one thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I have had 2 AC tendon tears in my shoulders.
Working out.
Yeah. So am I gonna blame the workout? Am I gonna blame myself for being in that gym? No, it's just a freak accident, something that happened. Right. I couldn't use my left arm for 6 months. Did I let that stop me from working out? Hell to the frick no, dude. I went to the gym every other day and I worked around that injury. And I made sure when I could get back and my arm was working and when it did not hurt anymore, I was 100% better. And I made sure that I was injury free. It's been like 3 years. I've never had an injury.
So, so you got the injury, right? And so the injuries.
I took it as a lesson.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Like I had my first AC tendon tear in my right arm, and that was more. I think stage 3 is like the minimalistic one. If I'm incorrect, here, you know what? I'm just gonna search it real quick so I can find it. AC.
So while you're doing that, so basically what I was trying to get at was these events are these life changing, these life altering, these whatever, however you want to perceive it, they happen, right? And so some people can fold and basically say, fuck it, I'm not doing it no more. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, I just can't no more. Or you can just take it, learn from whatever. And you can probably learn from, like you said, you got a shoulder injury, so you can learn how to do it like in a better way so it doesn't happen again, how to take care of your shoulder. But either way, you're learning on how to fix it.
Yeah, and you can also teach people from your mistakes. That's also one thing that, why me and you started this podcast is because, we want to talk about all this stuff and we want to teach the general education that a lot of people don't know, or a lot of people don't know who we are as people. Maybe they just know either our online presence or, our business presence, depending on where they've seen us and things like that. So back to like when my shoulder happened, I had a grade 1 injury, which is stage 1 on my right arm, which is just a small tear. And I basically, it hurt for a little bit. I didn't know what was going on. I went to the doctor. They said everything was fine. So, I just stretched, and then I massaged it. Everything else, went away. And then maybe about like a year later, it was just, I was just benching. I'm going to flex a little bit. I was benching 275 for 3. And I was just going, I went 1, and then I went 2, and then I pop. And then I went up, and then I was like, what the fuck? And then, I was like, my shoulder hurt. I had a stage 2 in my my left arm. And I was like, what the hell is going on? My arm really hurts, And then I just like went back onto the bench. I hit one more. And then it started really hurting. I just couldn't move my arm anymore, right? Well, I could move it. It was just immense pain. So I was like, oh, what the hell is going on, right? I take all the weights off. I like start stretching a little bit. Still hurts like hell. I go home. Take like a hot bath or like an ice bath or whatever. I don't remember which one I took. But, just my arm hurt really, really, really fucking bad. And then, it was just really shitty. But then the one thing is I know the same thing is like, let's say I didn't have money then, right? The money to go to a chiropractor. I did. But I just knew that I used my resources. And I knew within my gym membership, they have about, I think it's bi-weekly. There's a chiropractor that shows up every Thursday. So I just went to the chiropractor.
Now, this gym isn't your average Planet Fitness.
Yeah, it's like
I've been there. It's one hell of a gym.
Yeah. This isn't. I use my resources, but if I didn't have the resource, and I would go to a doctor and use insurance or whatever it is, right? But I just use my resources. So what he told me was it was because I had a weak anterior deltoid, which is my rear deltoid. So, and as well as like a weak frontal deltoid, which is why if you ever see me in the gym, I'm like my either like whatever my lifts are, generalistically, my shoulders are gonna be my weakest lift, and that's something that I've been working on. As you like, if you see me, like, I'm kind of progressing, and I'm like getting a lot stronger. My shoulders are getting a lot bigger. Thank God. But so I had an anterior deltoid injury, and like my AC tendon was stage 2, and basically it was like, okay, if I kept pushing it, I would need surgery, and it would have completely snapped, which would have been like a grade 3, basically, which would have been super bad. So I just massaged it. I got all the knots out, and I continuously worked on it for maybe an hour a day, with like stretching and everything else. And then the only body parts that I could hit maybe like 2-3 weeks after the injury, because I got to rest my body, and I got to make sure I can move. After like a little bit of physical therapy and everything, I basically hit back, triceps, and legs.
Right.
But basically, I would just back and a little bit of triceps, and I would just do my stretches as much as I can for my anterior deltoid and my frontal deltoid, and kind of like strengthening it up. And also, big shout out to Bradley Martin. You are the GOAT. Also, you are one gigantic motherfucker. But he makes all these informational videos on YouTube. It's the thing is, he doesn't do it for money. Yeah, he's making a lot of money and everything with his brand, but people fuck with him because they fuck with him and his brand image and everything else. So, for me, honestly, he's just such a humble guy. And, he was doing like these shoulder exercises, and he was like teaching me, not teaching me, through the video. Same thing we're trying to do with this podcast is these movements of how to like heal, kind of like build up your anterior deltoid and your shoulders and everything. Because for him also, his shoulders are one of his weakest points as well, even though he's like such a big guy. But so thank you, Bradley Martin. You got to be grateful for people in your life, even though if they're not like either physically in your life, or there's like they're through the computer or whatever it is, they're still making an impact on you, right? And hopefully like with this podcast and everything else, we're making an impact on people's lives. But so for me, it was about 6 months. Kind of really couldn't do anything with my shoulders, like no chest, no nothing, everything else. And it hurt around February, 6 months out. Couldn't really bench. I didn't really try and bench till maybe like August, probably. Something like that. Or like August, September. So then, like my legs and like my deadlift and my back, all those lifts and all those body parts extremely blew up. But also, I'm grateful that I had that shoulder injury, because one, that also gave me a bigger platform for when I got back into either shoulder movements or chest movements or bicep movements, or like even like more intense tricep movements. It gave me a stronger platform that I could build off of.
What do you mean by that?
So with your bench, a lot of people don't know is you kind of sometimes, if you're gonna you use your legs as a platform, as a flat base, so you're stabilized.
Right.
Because if you ever see some people, like when they're kind of like smaller, and they kind of try and bench a heavier weight, their legs kind of flail, or they have leg movement. So you want that base platform, and then you want to build off that. The same thing with tricep or bicep movements, right? So when people swing, it's because they're either one, they think it's a good idea and they're going to start fucking up their back. But also one thing you're doing is when you're doing bicep movements and that you get generously, either you're tired or you're doing to failure or anything like that, don't swing. Just bend your knees a little bit, hook in with your legs, and basically just go for the rep. And the same thing with shoulders is if you're doing, I'm pretty sure it's called push press. If you're just doing, like standing push press, like a military press or whatever it is, you can keep your elbows tight to your body, same form, squeeze your butt cheeks, like contract your abs, head up, and then, push through the movement, and then, basically thread the needle with your head as you put your head back in between your arms as you push up, and then you put your head back, and then you push your heads back up. So you need a strong platform. So I think it was one, because I didn't really fall in love with legs. I was always like, oh, like, fuck, I gotta do legs. But now I love doing legs. And, I would say I got generously pretty big legs, but, like, still small calves. Rip.
Yeah.
Teardrop.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest down there either.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, hey, that happens to, like, a lot of people. You don't have to, like, it's just genetics, but also, my calves are super strong. I don't need humongous calves. So it doesn't matter. But it's like, did I make an excuse that I hurt my shoulder? I was like, oh, no, like, am I never going to fucking work out again? No, I just got back in the gym because, I had an image for myself in the future, and I wanted to continuously get better, and that's what motivates me. Either it be a business, life, or whatever it is, right? So say like, I want to learn Japanese. They have 6 different alphabets.
Before we get off the fitness topic,
Go ahead.
Do you have a diet? I'm sorry.
Cheers about a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
I'm
Dude, we superglued that bitch so many times, but like it just tries to kill people.
I should have switched chairs, but it's
yeah.
whatever.
But so right now, I mean, I've tried a lot of different diets, not like paleo or vegan or anything like that, because I like my meat stuff. But and like just like
I think I went vegan for like an hour.
Yeah, no. See, I'll go like get a salad. I love salads.
I still put meat in salads.
No, I put meat in salads too, but I'm saying like if I just want a Caesar salad, man, this one time I was pretty pissed. I said, give me a Caesar salad, right? This lady gave me a garden salad. I was like, what the fuck is this rabbit food? I was like, it's out of my plate. But yeah. So for me right now, I do intermittent fasting. So I don't eat. So basically, what intermittent fasting is, it's the same thing of when you fast during Ramadan.
Oh, so okay,
so I only have about either I choose between the day. Say like if I'm really busy, I'll have a 6-hour window where I can only eat, but I can still drink throughout the day, right? So that's the difference between Ramadan. During Ramadan, you can't eat or drink, but in your intermittent fasting, you can have liquids. And no, this does not mean you can have orange juice, Gatorades, or coffees.
It's water.
Because there are or alcohol or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those have calories. So either you're having like lemon juice water, or you're just having like your BCAAs.
Do you drink lemon juice?
No, dude.
Oh no.
No, you just put like lemons in your water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you meant you drink lemon juice.
Nah, I'm not fucking psycho. Yeah. Nah. So what you can do is, yeah, okay, it's gonna suck, right? Sometimes I do 2 to 8 p.m. But you're like, wait, do you wake up at 5? And you work out at 5. Don't you get hungry? Yeah, sometimes I do. But the thing is, I wait. Because that's what I want to do. So, generally speaking, I don't do 2 to 10 anymore. But I do 10 to 6. Right? So I wake up at 5, work out, do my morning stuff, have my first meal at 10. Generally speaking, it's going to be oatmeal and white eggs. That's just what I like in the morning. And then I go on with my day, and then I have whatever I want. But also, of course, I have macros that fit to me. So if I tell you exactly what I eat, it shouldn't be what you eat, because, you're a different body weight, different body type than me. Right. And also, food reacts different to everyone. For me, I have basmati rice because, one, that is the best carbohydrate for my body that I have seen. So for you, it might be jasmine rice, or, just like sticky white rice or sushi rice, or whatever it is. Or, your body reacts better to meats or chickens or fish or vegetable proteins. It depends on what it is. So for you, you just have to, you have to experiment, find out whatever is best for you, and then you go from there for whatever your diet is.
Well, I kind of just eat. Well, this past year,
eat whatever you like.
Yeah, this past year, because my metabolism is really high. So this past year, I've been like eating like crazy, like shit. But I think I'm gonna start eating more healthier, because in the past I noticed that it's like it slows me down a little bit eating like that. And I feel like I'm not as productive if I eat like a salad or something. But I feel like I don't know. But I've been eating healthier for like the last, couple hours. But
this man's stomach, like, we were trying to set up this new mic that we're recording on. This man's stomach was having like a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what's wrong with you? You hungry? Like, you want something to eat? And he's like, no, I just had this naked juice. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I don't know what's going on with your stomach. Maybe it's just your like acid reflux going off.
Because I woke up this morning, and then I always wake up not hungry, but give it an hour or two, I like start to get hungry. But I woke up, I wasn't hungry. I do what I had to do, and then I had to go meet Ale, and then so I had my backpack on when he texted me saying, hey, you're running a little bit late. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I was running to Walmart real quick, see if I can find something. I didn't find it, but I went to Walmart, and I saw naked juice. I was like, oh, I haven't had naked juice in a while.
I like the strawberry banana ones, dude.
I don't really like the strawberry banana. There's too much banana.
I like strawberry banana everything, dude.
Yeah, I like strawberry banana, but for the naked juices, there's too much banana in there for me. I'm not a huge banana fan. Have you ever had a peanut butter banana and honey sandwich?
I don't know. I feel
should
like I
try it.
have,
You
but
should.
also like I'm like a weird specimen where I kind of don't really fuck with like peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Oh,
Like I'll eat it if I have to, but if that's like a choice, I'd be like, nah, get the shit out
oh,
of my
you
plate.
need to try the peanut butter banana.
Bro, same thing with like what's it called? I'll try it for sure one day. You know, because that's like a pretty healthy alternative if you have the right peanut butter and like you know bananas are always healthy.
Mm.
I don't fuck with mac and cheese, dude.
You don't like mac and cheese, man?
Nah, I just don't like. It's not like I just don't like it.
Maybe you didn't have the right one.
No, I've had a different kinds of mac and cheese. Like people kept trying to feed it to me, and I literally didn't have mac and cheese till maybe till like 21, 22, right?
What is it, the cheese?
No, I just don't like, bro. I don't know what's appealing about just cheese covered macaroni.
Nah, bro.
I like
I think it's
sauce.
just
I like
think it's
sauce. I like sauce. I don't like cheese.
so if the sauce was on the noodles.
I would eat noodles. So one thing I do is sometimes if I just want like, you know, like pasta or something, and I just don't want the sauce or like the extra calories or sodium or whatever's in it, I'll just have a little bit of butter and some salt, and that's fire.
But you do cook the noodles, right?
Yeah, I cook
See-
noodles. I don't eat raw noodles.
My-
the hell's wrong with me?
no,
Crunch,
this is crazy.
crunch,
This is why I
motherfucker.
asked. This is why I asked. Yesterday, I come home from work, and I go up to my room or whatever, and then I hear like a crunch sound, like, oh, maybe my roommate's chewing ice.
Bro,
Or-
don't tell me they're chewing like a fucking
Yes.
a block
Yes.
of ramen, dude.
So
Psychopath.
I walk downstairs, and I'm like kind of hungry. I'm like, all right, no, because I had my salad. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat my salad or whatever. And she's like, oh, you had a salad? Yeah, I had a salad because I'm usually eat pizza or whatever. She was surprised I had a salad, so tell I had a salad. I'm like, what are you eating? Because I'm still remember that crunchy noise. She was like, just noodles. And I looked, there's a whole box of like macaroni noodles.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw this person on the bus. There's something wrong with you.
Bro, like, that had me shook. But that's,
You do realize that can give you like intestinal problems, right?
I don't know,
It's not from like the raw content, but it's gonna shred your shit up.
I guess. But she was crunching on the motherfucker.
Dude.
But that's not
there's
the
no
weird-
excuse, bro. She likes it. That's what
But
it is.
that's not the weirdest thing I ever heard. You eat cereal with milk, right?
Yeah. Don't tell me they put milk in cereal.
No. It's like
I'll-
that's why I asked him first too.
I mean, I'll eat cereal by itself. Hell yeah, I'll do
but
that.
but you do think cereal is cereal because it's the cereal and milk, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's
They're synonymous.
yeah, that's what I thought too. But until I met this one person, she does not eat cereal without milk. She'll just eat it dry. She just doesn't eat
Yo,
it.
honestly, if I'm lazy and like I don't fuck with milk unless it's like Rice Krispies or like it's kind of a chocolatey cereal because then it's chocolate milk. But if I'm having say like Frosted Flakes, right?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna have no milk, dude, because it tastes great by itself.
Yes. Well, yeah, I get
It's
that.
like
but
mini sugary chips.
yeah, I get that. I eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch without milk sometimes. But
yeah,
she's,
and like the
she's-
wheat thins with the frosted wheat thins, bro. Those are fire.
I don't know. That's another.
But I only do that. Oh no, dude! What I do is so I get the people might think this is like just like basic or like just because like I go to Whole Foods, but I go to Whole Foods and I get Whole Foods brand like the 365, like the generic brand, because one, it's awesome and it's awesome for the price. So, but I don't really give a shit about the price. I just give a shit that it tastes great and it's like super healthy. So I get their frosted like mini wheats, and what I'll do is if I like get the generic kind, I'll basically just coat it in honey. Not a lot of honey, but you know, I'll just mix it up so I just have that sweet sweet flavor, things like that. But that's also like one thing is because a lot of people are like, oh, you can't have sugars, you can't all. No, bro, you can have sugars. It's only the difference is between if you have healthy or like basically just factory made like cornstarch, corn syrup, or sucrose is sugar, but it's more of like a factory based kind or whatever it is, or sativa or things like that that you would have in like, you know, like a protein bar, like a Quest protein bar. That's where you get that like shitty aftertaste.
Right.
It's because of like that stevia stuff, and it's like that's like where it's kind of cancerous. But it's like it also depends on like what your flavor profile is, but also, you know, it also will apply to like whatever your body is and things like that. You can't make excuses, be like, oh, like so let's say every morning you have a bowl of cereal, right? You're like, oh, I need it, but you know, like, why am I not losing weight? Oh, is it the cereal's fault? Like, there's no excuses, dude. You're eating cereal. You're choosing to put what's inside your body. So, same thing with like, you know, whatever, like your food is, like you said, you were feeling shitty, right? You're feeling sluggish. you probably have like, you know, that midday nap where you're just like, shit, food's slowing me down.
It's not that much. The only time I get like that midnight or midday nap feeling if I eat like a lot of Panda, and Panda's the only thing that will like put me out like that.
Bro,
But no,
Panda's trash.
you think Panda's trash?
Dude.
It's not genuine.
Nah, it's not like, I don't give a shit
Yeah.
that it's like authentic or anything, but
But it doesn't have that authentic taste. But I don't think it's trash.
it's just hella MSG. Like, if I
Yeah.
have to eat it, I'll eat it, but also I don't like the way they cook the rice. But that's just me.
Yeah,
That's just me.
But anyways,
There's no excuses, bro. I'm not saying they're a shitty brand or it's just like, I just don't like them.
but anyways, but no, I don't usually get like I don't feel like I want to take a nap or anything. I'm just like I don't feel light. I just feel heavy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you have that, you know, it's like maybe you just, if you feel like, metaphorically speaking, you basically just ate a cinder block.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting inside you, you know, your thoughts are going to be down there as well. So whatever you're eating is going to fuel your day. But also, you could just be a beast and you could be like fucking pounding 10 cakes or fucking 10 pizzas a day if you're that big of a crazy person, or you could just eat that much and like, you know, not take a nap afterwards. I feel like if I ate 10 pizzas, tried to eat 10 pizzas, I'd probably throw up. But yeah, you're gonna feel shitty, like the fats and the, you know, the carbs and well, I mean, carbs aren't bad. Carbs are actually really good for you, but and the fats and the oils and everything else is probably gonna slow you down. But you know, again, it's like I'm out of practice for like, you know, nutritional stuff other than like stuff that's just for me. But
so there's no so people shouldn't do it like a no carb diet.
no, hell no. I mean, look, you can do that for like a certain amount of time, but your body's gonna start like attacking you. You can maybe do like, you know, like have you watched Baywatch, that like the new one? Yeah, you saw how like Zac Efron was like so fucking shredded. Basically, before that shoot, like that scene where you just jump around like a fucking psychopath on that shit, he was like, ah. Right? I was like, damn, that dude looks good. But then I was like, no homo. But I was like looking at his stuff, like what he did, and he did 7 days before that. He did 7 days of straight protein.
Just protein.
Just protein, no carbs, no nothing. And I was like, and he was talking about it. And he's like, that just it sucks. But the thing is, you also have to get your like he had the mentality and everything, where he didn't make an excuse. He's like, okay, I got to do this shoot. I got to look this great. 7 days or 9 days or however long it exactly was when I read the article. I forget. It's probably one of the two. Probably like he only ate proteins. Dude, that's gonna suck, bro. Because you're just gonna like, you know, you're not gonna have tender meat. You're having like super lean, like tender meat, or you know, sometimes like, you know, if you have a chicken breast or something like that, or you're like reheating it, it's not gonna be as tender. It's gonna be kind of like squishy, like spongy, but it's still gonna have those flavors and everything. But it's gonna become a challenge. You're gonna have to force yourself to eat it. So then it comes back to that mentality. It's like, no excuses. Like, why the fuck am I eating this? Like, I'm going to go get some rice or something. No, it's because, you know, you have a goal. You're not making an excuse. You made a commitment to the movie, and then that's what you're doing.
Right.
It depends. It's whatever you're doing in life, right? It's like you have an assignment. You have a job, right? You have school. You have a job. And so you want to work out as well. Or you want to eat healthy. What do you... I'm pretty sure that you can find time that you're either fucking around on your phone, on the computer, or like, you know, you're just bringing your phone to the bathroom and you're just taking those extra long shits, or, you know, you're doing whatever in the shower, or you're just taking super long in the shower because it feels nice. Cut it short. You can cut time out of anything.
Right.
Because most definitely, there's places that I waste time, and then I catch myself, and I'm like, oh, wait, I should be doing something else. But generally, if I'm wasting time, like, let's say end of the day, it's because I've done everything. It's because I can. But if you're just doing it and you have a bunch of school projects and all this stuff, what are you doing, buddy? And then you're like, oh, I blame Mason. I blame FSU. I blame ASU. I blame Penn State. I blame NYU. I blame whatever college, high school, middle school that you go to and the system that you go to. No, that system is in place. Yeah, maybe they suck for sure. Yeah, but you cannot blame them. The only person you can blame for doing shitty is you. You can't be like, oh, I failed because of this person, this teacher, this whatever. I used to do that shit. But the thing is, it's all on me. I can teach myself that material, right? Like I said in the past podcast or in this one as well, the internet is your friend. It's literally just this fountain of resource. And everyone's like, oh, you know, like all this stuff. Here, let me teach you like a quick tip. You know, what's that thing? It's like Chegg.
Chegg.
You have like free uses, right? Yeah. So if you have 3 free uses, literally just use Google Chrome or use Mozilla Firefox. So what you do is, for either Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, so open up Firefox, boom, you have 3 extra tries from your Chrome browser. But if you do it on incognito mode for Google Chrome, you just close that tab, open up a new one, and then boom, you have 3 extra shots. So that means you're finding external information that you generously would have to pay for. Let's say you didn't want to pay for, or you just can't afford it. You don't have to afford it, because I just told you how to get it for free. You're welcome. Now Chegg's going to come for me and fix it.
All right, well,
don't listen to this if you work at Chegg. Goodbye. You don't know who we are. You didn't hear shit.
All right, well, we're at an hour, and then I'm starving. So I think, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Nah, I just want to say we love you all. You know, subscribe, like, comment, you know, if you're on YouTube. And, comment, honestly, if with any topics that you want us to reconsider, re-talk about, or if there's anything you have a question about. You know, our Instagrams are in the bio below, and also the podcast Instagram is below. You know, throw us a follow, you know, throw us a DM or whatever, and, you know, we'll respond when we can, of course, and we will do what we can to
answer your questions.
Yeah, answer your questions, help you out. And, you know, if you want mentorships, hell yeah, dude, hit us up. Follow us on LinkedIn. Connect with us. Honestly, we are here because we want to help people with the stories that we've built through our lives, or with the brands that we've built through our lives. Even though we're so young, and maybe you're like an older person, you're like, all this shit. Doesn't matter if you're old, young, or whatever. Just think of yourself. You know, it doesn't matter where you start. Let's say, have you watched a TV show called The Rookie?
No, not yet, but I heard of it.
Bro, it's fire.
Is it?
It's fire. I love that show. Comes back tonight. Fuck you guys for throwing out that winner, like the semi-finale. That shit pissed me off. But, you know, I could find out what it is tonight. So it's Nathan Fillion. He's about, I think, like 40 something years old in the show. And I think that's what he is in real life as well. He, you know, he's getting his divorce. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's like, you know, making all these excuses. But then he turns his life around after a bank robbery. Because, you know, he stands up in the middle of a bank robbery and he says, what are you guys doing with your life? Are you guys happy? Like, you guys really want to be robbing banks? And then, boom, after that happens, the guy's like about to shoot him. Cops come in and blast that motherfucker. And then he goes down and he's like, wow, this is so exciting. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. And then he moves to LA and he becomes a cop at 40-something years old. He's the oldest rookie in history.
Gotcha.
And the thing is, that's also really crazy is I was having the same conversation with one of my friend's dads at the gym, and he told me that I think it was his brother or something, or someone that he knows, was the oldest firefighter rookie in history. He just wanted to be a firefighter so bad at like 40, 50 years old that he did it.
Right.
It's all about mentality. There's no excuses in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're going to leave this off of. Have a great one, guys.